Let's get some people in really quick. What's going on, everybody? I have like a few minutes, and I've been on fire all day today. God has just been dropping stuff off like never before today. Like, he's just been dropping back to back to back to back to back. And I'm just like, God, what's going on? And he's just like, he has a lot to say. Hi. I'm not going to be long because I'm expecting a phone call. So if I have to go, it's this very important phone call I have to take. But I just wanted to take a minute to just sit in and just let you guys know, like, you from Melbourne? Oh, that's right down the road. Hi. Hi. Listen, God has just been, like, when I heard at work that vengeance was upon, like, enemies. Hi, everyone. I was, like, kind of shocked because it was so bold, and I wasn't really expecting anything. I was just doing work. Yeah, my butterfly. Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything. I was just like sitting at work doing my stuff, and then it was just loud. I'm talking about, it was so loud. I just had to look around the room like, what? I didn't pray about it or nothing. Like, God just jumped in and said what I said, like said what he said, and he was like, it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. I know a lot of people are sad. Hi, everyone. Bahamas in the building. Yeah, but God is just like, his will has to be done. And I know that a lot of people, you know, we're not bad people, so we don't wish bad on others. But God's will has to be done. Just like Judas, like, it has to be done. And I know we don't want to have other people's demise, and I know we're going to pray for other people to get better, but God says his will has to be done. There's nothing that you can do to stop him from getting what he's going to get out of it. Like, there's nothing that he's not going to stop. Like, he's not going to stop. You can want him to stop, but God says he told them time and time again to stop doing what they were doing to you, and they didn't. They just kept going. They were relentless in how they were attacking you. And you cried in the darkness. Like, you cried and you didn't let other people know you were crying. But inside, you felt like you were dying inside because you didn't know that you were going to be betrayed that bad. And you didn't think that, you know what I'm saying, like, people despise you that much, because you don't despise people. So you don't understand that spirit that they have on them. But you have to understand that the devil don't like nobody. And if it's an empty vessel, he would use them. So some people, they might have been friends at one point, but they're not your friends anymore. And the removal has to happen for your protection. And God said he will move heaven and earth to get you to protection. Because you don't know, when someone is that envious of you, when someone is that jealous of you, they can hurt you. And you're not knowing, like, it's unbeknownst to you. Like, you don't know what's going on. You're just sitting over there being one of God's chosen, right? So you're being over there, you're thinking, you know, butterflies and rainbows and sunshine, and you're not thinking like these people don't mess with you, because you'll do anything for them, but they'll do anything to make sure you don't make it to the top, even though they act like they support you. And that's why I did that last video, because God said it was somebody that was around you. Love you guys too. It was somebody that's around you that's blending in. They're blending in very well, but when you walk away, they start talking about you. And the reason why the enemy knows so much about you is because they're telling the enemy all your stuff. They're telling the enemies all of your secrets, and you don't know. So every day they checking in, and you might be having a mental breakdown, and they're like one of the people that you call and you trust to break down, and they're like one of the people that you call and you trust, and as soon as you turn your back, they begin to call the enemies and literally tell your plans and tell your pain and tell. So all of a sudden you see like subliminal posts about you and what you're going through, and you're like, is this about me? Is it not about me? Like, how would they know? Baby, it's a leak in your circle. So the enemy is getting the information directly from the people that you're talking to, directly from the family member or from the friend or whoever it's from. Like, the enemy is literally getting it right from the horse's mouth, because you're trusting them with a secret. And they're like, even when like you're like, is it them? Girl, I would never, whole time They're telling everything. But that's what a snake do. A snake throw something and then run. It's like, no, it's not me. And then when everything hits the fan, God says, I'm going to reveal it all. And you're going to see the snake for the snake. And you're going to be so surprised at who it is that was doing you dirty. I'm talking about you're going to be so surprised because you're really not expecting it to be that person. And even when you find out, you're kind of not going to want to know it's them. You're going to kind of want to go back to your shell because you're going to be so crushed at like, dang, wow. But honey, when someone don't like you, They'll play up under you for a little while. We call it play up under you down south. I don't know what y'all call it, but it's just like, they'll play up under you, right? They'll play up under you like they're your friends, like they're going to give you the world. Like when you're going through something, you can cry on their shoulder. Whole time they work for the enemy. Whole time they work for the enemy. And they just waiting on you to fall. And they just laughing with the enemy, hoping you fall. I'm talking about they laughing, hoping you fall. And the sad part is, you going to see them fall before you fall. Because you ain't going to fall. You ain't going to fall. God just said, I was testing their heart. That's why I made that one video. Because God says, I'm testing their heart. Because you will do anything for them. You'll do anything for anybody. But them, no. Nope, they're receivers. They don't ever want to give anything. They're always there when you get like a lump sum of money. You make sure you take care of them. You do stuff with them, this, and that. But they never give anything. They don't know how to be givers. All they know how to do is take. And God says they took from you for the last time. Let me say that again. God said they took from you for the last time. And this time, because they took from you, it was out of ill will and ill intention. He says they're going to pay for what they took from you. Even though you gave it to them, you didn't know who you were giving it to. Had you had known who they were, you would have never gave it to them. So now they falsified who they were with you and with God. And this time, they're going to pay for what they took from you. They're laughing. They're thinking it's funny. They're sitting back with the people they're talking about you too. And they probably all out to eat on your dime. But God says this is the last supper for them. This is the last supper for them. They will no longer sit back and try to hide and use you and talk about you and lie on you. Listen, this is the last time. I hope they enjoy that supper like Judas did. I hope they get all the crumbs. I hope they sop the plate up with the biscuits. I hope they eat everything they gonna eat. Because God said this is the last meal they're getting on your accord. This is the last meal. I called tonight the Last Supper, because this is the last time they're going to use you. The money that they got from you, borrowing the vehicle, whatever it is the last time your enemies are going to get something from you. This is the last time they're going to call themselves using you. Sorry. I hope they're ready. I'm messing this up because I got this up there. Okay. But yeah, this is the last time, because God ain't playing with them. Because they knew that they wasn't rocking with you, yet they fixed their mouth up to ask you for something, knowing that you're going to give it to them anyway, right? So since they asked for something from you and they know you're going to give it to them, they just lied and schemed and connived something out of God's child's mouth when they knew they worked for the devil. They knew they prayed for your downfall. They knew they were selling secrets. They knew all of this stuff. And God says, yep, they just threw some more coals on their fire, because I'm about to light the furnace and they about to go right up in there, but they ain't coming out. And God's going to give you beauty for ashes while they getting ready to roll around in that fire pit that God getting ready to light for them. Because God said, nope. He saw everything. And you ain't seen nothing, because that's not your characteristic. Like you ain't them. Let me say that again. You ain't them, and you ain't going to never be them. But let me tell you this, don't let that stop you from being a good person. Because I made a video the other day about the devil trying to stop your good heart, your heart posture, because you're going to get betrayed. But you're going to get betrayed time and time again when you start walking with Jesus. Like, it is what it is. But you're not expecting it to come from these people. And that's why it hurts. That's why it hurts, because you're not expecting it to come from these kind of people, because you really rock with them. You really love them. It's not like a love for people. Like, no, you really love them. Like, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, you would give them anything. You would give them anything, and they know it. But just like Judas knew Jesus would give him anything. Jesus knew he was a liar and a thief and all of that. Like Jesus knew. But Judas had to do what he had to do. Like it had to be done. Listen. They got to reap whatever God got for them. And you can pray. But as you praying, just know you adding more fuel to the fire. You're putting more coals in the furnace. Because God don't care. He know you gonna pray. And that's the sad part. God know you finna pray for them. Yep. God know you finna pray for them. That's why he getting ready to do what he do to them. Because even though they slay you, you still pray for them. And it's not just a little pray. You pray like you deep in the prayer for them. Like you ain't even playing when you come to prayer for them, because you don't want to see their demise. You don't want to see anything happen to them. You don't want God's vengeance. You don't want God's wrath. But God said it's still going to happen. Like it or not, it's still going to happen. Because he has to teach them a lesson. He has to teach them, touch not my anointed. He has to teach them. If he doesn't teach them, nobody will. And they're going to keep being sneaky and snaky and slimy. They're going to continue to be this nasty person of no morals, no character, and no self-respect. They're going to continue to be this nasty, sneaky, slimy snake if God don't come in. They're going to do it to you and the next person and the next person after that. God has to come in. He has to come in, and he has to do this to them. If he doesn't, they will not learn their lesson. When you see people in their wilderness season that isn't like sent from God, like they're in a horrible season, just know they're reaping something that they did. And if you start helping them, you could go and jump in their furnace with them. God says, my will has to be done. It has to be done, because you don't know how many other people they did this to. You don't just wake up and be that sneaky and slimy. You knew, you've been doing this. This is a lifetime. But they just, like what they do, they're like little people, like predators. They just run from one person to the next person, until they get exposed. But God says this time they can't run nowhere. This time they finna learn, because this time they touch one of God's anointed. The other people, they weren't really chosen that they got done to. But you, they messed up when they befriend you with their false intentions. They messed up when they chose you to use. That's what happened. They messed up when they chose you. When they chose you as their friend, they messed up. Because what they didn't know was you are anointed. What they didn't know was you are called. What they didn't know was you was one of God's loved. You're beloved by God. That's what they didn't know. They thought that they can just, okay, oh, she gonna stop talking to me. Oh, he gonna stop messing with me. Oh, okay, cool, bet. No, Because when you mess with a child of God, a true child of God, you ain't just messing with that child. You messing with God himself, because he consider you his child. He consider you everything. So you ain't just messing with me. When you come for me, you ain't just messing with me. You mess with God. And since you messing with God, he said, I got to make an example out of you. See, I've been watching you, because you know God got the book of deeds. I've been watching you. And you know the devil finna get up there and testify against you anyway, because he just used you. He don't care nothing about you. You just got used by the devil. And he finna sit up there going to and fro and open up his book and say, oh yeah, they did this to such and such. They did this to such and such. Oh, the devil finna testify against you, baby. The same master that you working for, because the devil don't respect nobody, not even himself. The same person that you working for is getting ready to testify against you. You finna be right in God's court and get testified against the devil. The devil finna testify against you because you've been working for him, and he got nothing but flat evidence that you've been working for him. You are finna get called out by your own master. You finna get called out, because the devil don't like you. You were just working for him, and he don't care nothing about that, because he ain't got no honor. He ain't got no honor, and he do not care. So while you've been over here trying to turn against God's people, listen, the devil been sitting right there waiting, because when it's testimony time, he finna testify against you. I hope you ready for the devil to testify right against you. Since you want to act like you with him, he gonna show you that he ain't with nobody. The devil isn't with one person. Not one. You ain't a friend of the devil. You ain't nothing. You ain't even an acquaintance. He used you up, and he gonna spit you out, and he's ready to testify against you, because you've been sitting around here putting your mouth on God's people, and he's tired. God's like, nope, and he gonna call the devil right up to testify right against your little stupid self. Since you want to work for him, thinking the devil your friend. The devil don't nothing. You around here laughing, thinking it's cute. The devil's like, yeah, we gonna see. Because once you serve a purpose, just like Judas, once Judas did what he did, his purpose was fulfilled. His purpose was fulfilled. And that was it. That was it. Judas had no more life left in him, and he knew it. He knew his purpose was fulfilled. The devil got the last laugh in that moment, because we know Jesus rose. The devil got the little last laugh for a second. Just like the devil been laughing at you crying at night while you can't sleep at night. The devil been laughing. But he don't know. He don't know. You gonna get the last laugh in the end. God gonna get the last laugh, and you gonna get the last laugh. Because y'all slaying somebody, but God sitting back like everything got a time limit. I had to let them hang themselves, just like Judas. I had to give them enough rope to hang themselves. And since they kept putting their mouth on my people, when I told them, God's like, I went to them. I even sent people to them to tell them to stop talking about you, to tell them to stop putting their name in your mouth or whatever. I sent people to them. I sent people to them. And they then start laughing at the people like, whatever. No, ain't no whatever, because you can't say you weren't warned by God to put your to take somebody's name out your mouth, to stop talking about them, to stop making posts about them. You see that God's children ain't retaliating. We're just sitting back like, God, vengeance is yours. And God says, my children ain't even fighting back. You think I'm finna let you bully my children? You think I'm finna sit right here and let you just bully my children? No, devil, you gonna get what you gonna get. And everybody that was involved did it. Everybody, even the ones that laughed at a little slick post. Everybody around that had anything to do with it is reaping coals on their own selves. Everybody. Just like when you get blessed, everybody get blessed. When they go down, everybody around goes down. It don't work one way. If I get blessed, everybody in my circle get blessed. When they go down, everybody that was around finna go down. You like the post and ha-ha'd it. You liked something and you ha-ha. You took a part in diminishing someone's character. And you're finna go down with them. I just want you to know, you getting ready to go down with them. Baby, the whole clan finna go down, baby. The whole clan. God ain't finna miss one person. The whole clan. They all thought it was funny. Yeah, she might have bought it up, but yeah, he might have bought it up. But everyone attached to that diminishing characteristics, whatever they just did to you, everyone around. God's not gonna miss one person. God's not gonna miss one person when he's getting his vengeance. I don't care if you did a little sneak smile. God not gonna miss you. I don't care if you did a little, now you with them. So you finna go ahead and get in this furnace too. Because when God's done, you gonna know who to hang around with next time. You gonna choose a group of people you hang around with better. When God get done with y'all, y'all gonna know not to never mess with one of God's children again. Y'all gonna learn not to ever mess with God's children again. You was sitting there watching somebody get laughed at. You was sitting there knowing that you were causing another woman pain or another man pain. You was sitting there thinking it was all funny. It was all funny until God stepped in, baby. It's all fun and games until God steps in. I'm going to say it one more time. It's all fun and games until God steps in. They're laughing. They're sleeping at night doing little text threads. They making you the butt of all their jokes. And they know that they heard God. Because some of them believe in God. Some of them know God like the black of a book. And they think that they're just so this, and this with God that they can do what they want to do. And God says, no, they don't know my relationship with you. They don't know that you're my obedient servant, that you're my faithful servant, that you are who I love, that you're one of my chosen ones. They might think they got a relationship, but you rock with me for real, for real. They rock with me momentarily. You rock with me every day, 365. And 366, you rock with me every day. Every day, when you up, when you down, when you depressed, when you happy, all of that, you rock with me. There's not one day that you don't say thank you. Even if you forget to pray, you just look around, oh God, thank you. Every single day you rock with God. There's some timing. When they get their blessings, they do it. And when they're down, they believe in God. As soon as they get their blessings, they turn their back on God. They sometime with God, but you every day with God. And this is why God's going to step in on your behalf, because you have been faithful. You have been obedient. You have been giving his word. You have been even just helping people on the side of the road. You've been giving your last, and they've been picking you to laugh at. They've been picking at you while you've been doing God's business. The nerve of these ungrateful heathens. The nerve. And God said, they chose you? Nah. God said, sit this one out. I need y'all to sit this one out. Because when I get done, they gonna know not to never, ever, ever mess with you again. They gonna know that. My daughter wastes something on that. Listen, they gonna know not to ever mess with you again. They're gonna know. They're gonna know. And it ain't gonna be no, and you're gonna hear the apology, because they're gonna try to come back and they're gonna try to make amends. But a snake is a snake, and don't you never forget it. Don't you never forget it. A snake is always gonna be a snake. No matter if it sheds its skin to get bigger, not different. It sheds its skin to get bigger. Listen, this is who they are. A snake only sheds its skin for growth. And it just grows to be more snaky, more nasty, more slimy, more conniving, more hateful, more envious, more vengeance. It shed its skin for all of that. Not to be a better person. Because it can't. It's always going to bite you. You can pet that snake if you want to, and it's going to bite you every single time. Every single time. That's what a snake do. That's what they do. What we're not going to do is entertain those snakes. That's what we're not going to do. When you watch God's judgment, because you're going to watch it. Because just how God said wherever they did it is how he going to do it. If they did it on a public platform, guess what? Guess what? They're about to get it done to them on a public platform. However they did it is however you getting ready to see it. And God said you gonna see it. I don't care if you got them blocked on every avenue. He's going to have somebody walk into your house, knock at your door, and put this in your face. Oh, let me tell y'all what such and such going through. And it's going to be almost exactly what they did to you. It's going to be almost exactly what they did to you. God's going to knock at your door and have somebody show you what they going through if you got them blocked. God said, you going to hear about this. You ain't going to have no choice but to hear about this. He going to make it known because they made it known. And they got everybody around to watch it. And God said, all their little friends going to be watching them go down. And all of them going to be trying to repent and try to make room. And God like, nope, because when they come to me, I'm going to have deaf ears. It's going to all fall on deaf ears. So all the little cackling friends they got laughing and cucking at your downfall, they all finna fall too. But they going to all try to act like they wasn't with them. Nope, Stay with your master. Stay with your master. Your master told you to laugh and you jumped. You jumped. You jumped at an opportunity to bring somebody else down. You jumped at an opportunity to hurt one of God's children. You jumped at an opportunity when you thought I was weak. But see, one thing about God's children, we ain't never by ourselves. We ain't never by ourselves. Never. See, you might be trying to fight me, but you don't know my daddy come around the corner. So you might have a momentarily win. Like you might have won the fight momentarily, but my daddy come around the corner. And see, my daddy got a kingdom in heaven. And my daddy got angels that's coming behind him. I ain't gonna never be alone. You might have won this one, but when my daddy come in, he ain't coming in by himself. And he come in, he gonna come in and get recompense for everything that y'all just did to me. And he gonna make sure I eat at the table right in front of you. Because blessings are on the horizon. And I know y'all felt the wind shifting. I know y'all felt everything happening. Because God says I'm doing it for a reason. I'm doing it for a reason. I'm doing it for a reason. And I'm about to make you a public spectacle. The way I'm about to elevate you, I'm about to make this a public appearance. And everybody's getting ready to know who you are. And they're about to come see the blessings that God is putting on you. And God says, I want you to shine so bright when I put you in that room. I want you to shine so bright. And I want you to walk past the very people that talked about you. I want you to walk in your Sunday's finest. I want you to wear your grandma clothes. I want you to go to her house and go in her closet and put the hat on and put the stockings on and put the pearls on. And I want you to put and clutch them. And I want you to walk by like this when you see them. Yeah, you thought I was dead. Yeah, you thought I was dead. My daddy loved me. My daddy loved me. Yeah, no, I'm here. No, Sally, I don't need you. No, you can't eat at this table. No, I'm going to pray for you though. That's how you got here right now. I was praying for you while you were talking about me. That's how you got here at the foot of the table. That's how you got here in the audience, because I was praying for you while you were talking about me. I was praying for you while you were running my name through the mud. That's how you got here. You can't eat at this table, but I get to select who sits at my table. That's how you got here. You can watch, but you can't sit. That's how you got here because I need you to hate me. I need you to betray me so God can make that table. I need you to. So while you were doing all of that hatred stuff, I was praying for you. And I was honestly praying for you from the depths of my soul because I really didn't want this to be you. But since we're here, let me eat my plate. And I need you to get back. I need you to get all the way back in the back. Because I don't need you to dribble that hate over here in this corner. I don't need you to dribble that envy over here in this corner. I don't need none of that to come over here because everybody that just rock with you, they all falling too. They all falling too. And I get to choose who come in my circle. And since God revealed you for being the snake that I never knew you were, I need you to go on over there to the hating section. Because you can't get in over here. This is VIP over here. Listen. They doing all of this, thinking God not finna step in on his children's behalf, thinking God not finna do it for you, like God ain't never delivered you from the floodgates. That ain't nothing. They just hurt more because they mean more. You done been through way more, but you had hope and love in them. That's the only reason this hurts so bad. That's the only reason this hurts so bad. Because baby, you done made it through the fire. You done made it through the real fire. You done survived some stuff. So the stuff that they're doing is laughable, but it hurts because they're so connected to you and you didn't expect it. It's not that it was going to kill you. It just hurt you. And you're not able to tell them that they hurt you because they will take that and screenshot that and talk about you like a dog. Everything that you would say, they think is funny. Well, I think it's funny how God is getting ready to bless his chosen children. I think it's funny what God is about to get ready to do for you. Time's up, devil. The time is up. You're not a friend of the devil, but you're finna find that out in a second. You're not a friend of the devil. You will never be. The devil don't have friends. He don't even mess with his angels for real. Listen, the devil just want what everybody else got. That's it. That's all. Listen, I need you to remain focused. You gonna let God do his perfect work. You gonna let God handle your enemies. You gonna let God do all of that. And you gonna continue to pray. Because the more you pray, the more they're gonna fall. But you're not praying for that. You praying because that's who you are. I need you to sit back and watch the fireworks. Because God said, I'm about to do it for you this season. Don't you cry over no raggedy people that don't mean you no good anyway. And I know it hurts. And I know they betrayed you. But don't you cry one tear over some raggedy person that don't mean you no good. They don't have good character traits. They don't have it in them. They don't have morals. Honey, this ain't their first time rodeo at what they're doing to you. They've been doing it for a lifetime. And this is why God is getting ready to step in. God is getting ready to step in because they have a habit of putting God's people's name in their mouth. And God said they messed up when they messed with one of the VIPs, one of the very important people in God's kingdom. You are VIP. You are VIP. You are very important people in God's kingdom. And they messed up when they chose to put their mouth on somebody that God said not to touch. God says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. And you, child of God, are anointed. And you, child of God, are a prophet. And you are God's chosen. And they messed up when they chose you to talk about. And they messed up when they chose you to pick it. That's where they messed up. But I got to get ready to go. I got to put my kids down. But I want y'all to know that God is about to do it for you. And when I tell you, if y'all don't come through stepping, I better get tagged in somebody post with y'all and y'all grandma pearls, clutching your pearls as you walk past your enemies, in your blessings, telling them, I did pray for you. No, you can't sit here. I want to see a post just like that. I did pray for you. Yep, but you can't sit here. You can't sit here. You can't sit here because God is getting ready to take y'all to new heights, to new elevation. You better look at them and say, I did pray for you. I did. While you were talking about me like a dog, I know you're going through it right now. I mean, I can still pray for you some more, but it's going to put more, God just going to come at you some more. Listen, God will keep coming. I need you guys to do this. I need you to let them know you came to destroy me. You came in to steal, kill, and destroy me. But God came to give me life. And not just life that I may live more abundantly. And you can't kill me. You can't kill me. I will not die here, devil. I will not die here. The old me would have succumbed to this. I would have went into depression. I would have went into panic. I would have went into insecurity. No, I will not die here, devil. You can't kill me. You ain't make me. You can't kill what you ain't create. And until God takes me off of this earth, you can't take me. Listen, let me go, because y'all got me hyping here. Let me go. I love you guys. Get prepared for these blessings that's getting ready to come to y'all. Get prepared. I'm telling y'all what I've been feeling in my spirit. I just been wanting to take off running. Well, I did run a little bit earlier. I want to take off running because I can feel it. And God says he's tired. He's tired. And he ain't got time to play with these people. He ain't got time to play with them at all. And he finna show you. So don't worry about why you ain't seeing the results yet. God said, because I'm adding coals. I'm adding coals. The more they do to you, I'm adding coals. I'm adding another coal. I'm adding coals. I'm adding coals. Every time they say something, I'm adding more coals. I'm going to keep adding it. You keep praying. I'm going to keep adding. Oh, she's still praying. I'm going to keep adding. Oh, they're still praying. I'm going to keep adding it until God says, when I get done, they might not get up. They chose it. You ain't choose violence. They chose it. You chose prayer. They chose violence. Let your will be done, God. Let your will be done. I love you guys. I gotta go. Go in peace, you guys.